Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Peace be upon all of you, brothers and sisters. This is part one of the series that I promised that I will do to explain from the original, as much as I can, the original Old Testament, New Testament, and the Torah, prophesizing of a prophet, that he will come at a certain time with certain characteristics, and we will try to see who will that fit within the scheme of things here. Before we continue, I have few things to say. You gotta bear with me. I have the Hebrew, the Aramaic, the Arabic, the English books in front of me, and it took me a whole lot of effort to be able to translate from one into the other, so I will have a proof of whatever I'm saying. Let's see. First, we have to know that the Torah, which is the old Jewish book, okay, had came into, or what we have right now is the Hebrew Torah, the Greek Torah, and the Syriac Torah. Every people who follow one of these things, okay, Torah and the Old Testament, okay, every people who will use one of this, they will claim that their version is the correct version. Yet, if you bring three of them, and you start looking at them, you will see a very obvious differences. And the translation of each one of them had made even more differences, to the point that when you take two English versions of Torah that it had been translated, or of the Old Testament that had been translated from the two different, let's say the Hebrew or the Greek, you will find them way different. Most of the differences came in the Gospels and came in the prophesizing of future events, especially the events that came to prophesize about Jesus or other prophet, as we will see, or both of them. In the Hebrew, in the Greek Torah, or in the Greek Old Testament, that had been used to a certain time, there was a complete, very obvious mentioning the name of Mohammed. Now, let's just stop here for a second and we'll see what is the name of Mohammed. In Hebrew, it spells exactly as it spells in Arabic. 4 letters. It's Mim, which is M, Ha, which you don't have in English, and Mim, and Dal, or Dal, in Hebrew. If you look in the Hebrew dictionary, you find those letters put together will sound Mohamed, Mohamed. And if you see what it means, you will see it means one of 4. The beloved, the desired, the one with a great value, or the one with a lot of praise. In most of the translation, they use the first 3. And they try so much to omit the last one, because if they will use that one, it will perfectly fit with the name Muhammad, peace be upon him, because it came from the same origin of Hamada, which is praise. Hamada came from it Ahmad, Muhammad, and Mahmud. They all came from that word, which all has a relation to the praise. In the Torah, in Isaiah, that used to be, and actually this Torah still exists in Egypt, in Turkey, and in Yemen. There was a code, and I quote, and I'm going to translate that. I made your, that's the Lord talking, I made your issue praised. Praise the beloved of the Lord. Your name has been here since forever. And in the Hebrew Torah, the third book from Habakkuk, when he's, or Habakkuk, it's Habakkuk in our language, and the earth was full of praise from the praiser being in there, and in his hand he held the nations. In the version that it was printed in London, England, in 1848, and also in the one that was printed in Beirut in 1884, and the older versions from that, in Habakkuk, you will find it extremely clear that it said, and the heavens had lit from the beauty of the praiser, and the earth was full of praise. You will push the rivers, and your voice will cross the seas. You, the praiser, Mohamed, come close, because the mountains will see you, and it will fear. And as you see, this is so obvious that some people just depended on the misunderstanding of others, because the areas that they completely took out is what they thought that is talking about the Prophet Muhammad. But now, how about what's still in there? And they did not realize that it has the same meaning. In Habakkuk 3, number 3, God comes from Teman, and the Holy One from Mount Paran. Selah, his glory covers the heavens, and the earth is full of his praise. Now, let's just see. Where is Teman? Teman is in the northwest of Mecca. When the Old Testament talk about the Lord or God, it means him or his representative. Anybody knows that. So, let's not get into different things. So, from Teman, and the Holy One will come from Mount of Paran. It's pronounced Paran. Now, where is Mount Paran? Mount Paran is in Mecca. Right in Mecca, where Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, peace be upon him, was born. And it's one of the mountains that he had the cave. He received the message called the Cave of Hira. That's right on the Mount of Paran or Faran.